morning to Janson's today. What did I win? Did I win a day out with you?
Day out with me, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Whole day.
Yes. What are we going to do?
What do you want to do?
Cup of tea?
I have no idea.
I don't know, I've no idea either. I'm clueless. So, right, so let's be sensible. So today we've come to Janson's. Rich was, I think, one of the top 4,000, one of the new members for the Angling Info site. Great site, brilliant. Get loads of information, didn't you?
Oh yeah, excellent.
Get loads.
Always find something out.
Yeah, I know. That's the best thing about it. So we've come on here. We're on Donut Lake. It's only a narrow little lake. There's plenty of fish in it. We're going to sort of have a play around, see what I can learn off Rich.
You'll be lucky.
Oh, thanks. I thought it was that way around today. I thought you were showing me. Okay, folks. So I'm just having a look at Rich's rigs. Rich just showed me he's up in the water rig. Hopefully I'm going to help you a little bit here, right? The rig. This is Rich's rig. Right, I'm going to start. I'm going to be honest, right?
Yeah.
First thing I tend to do up in the water rigs, I don't use hook lengths. Okay, go straight through. So I use like.
Why is that?
Reason being is because it's less tangles. You're only fishing like sort of 10-12 inches deep, and your hook length's 4 or 5 inches of that, and you want to keep your bulk as close to the hook as possible. So you want self hookers. Yeah. There's just and there's only one bit of line. There's no weak spots. Just so you could use like 012, 014. Use a light line, but just keep flicking. And if you break a rig, you just put another one on. I'm sorry, I know, but some people are a bit tight, but it's from Yorkshire, you told me.
I'm not from York. I live in York.
Okay, but no, no problem at all.
I've inherited the Yorkshire.
Oh no, there's no just no point at all. Just one bit of line is fine. You haven't got to do that.
Okay.
Floats okay. It's a bit big, really, but smaller float you can go over, the better. Excuse me. And you got your bulk. Okay. So what I tend to do, if you're going to fish this rig, I would put all the bulk. I've just knocked one of the shots off. It's going to tell me off. Right. So I put the bulk down where the loop is. And the loop.
Yeah, we've just got that.
Right, and then you float sort of above it, but one bit of line, just one bit of line straight through. So you see the difference. Look, you've got your bulk there. You hook on my fingers, and it's a big gap.
So how close would you have the bulk to the hook usually?
A couple of 2 or 3 inches. All right. Sort of there, so the bulk would go down, and then you're constantly working it. Yeah. Just showing Andy a little trick. Technically overshot your float. Yeah. If you overshot the float, you've got to keep lifting it. Yeah. You keep lifting it, keeps working it, because the fish are they snatch at it. Yeah. And they snatch it, they're just like self-hookers.
So you pull it through the water.
No, you just keep lifting it up and down, just like twitching it up and down. And it's self-hooks.
It's a bit like using a jigger then.
Yeah, a bit like using a jigger, but you're just not moving. And I know, I feel in your line here. Can you feel that line? Yeah. You know how rough it is. Yeah. So like me. Personally, and it's a little thing that a lot of people tend to do. If you go commercial fisheries and you're catching a lot of fish on a rig, and you think, oh, I'm going to save that rig for the next time. No, you know what it is, what it takes in your head. Go home, spend 5 minutes when you get home, and remake the rig. It doesn't cost much. It costs a couple of pence. Your hook's been caught a few hundred fish on it. Whatever, and it feels it's blunt, and just do it fresh. Yeah. It doesn't take a lot to do. Okay. It just gives you a little bit of confidence that you think you can hook a fish and think, we used this the other day, is it going to be okay? You've got that freshness in your head, and it's just. Does that make it?
Yeah.
What would you do different? Anything different you would do, or?
No, not really. Just feed around it and just set the depth at where they're feeding at.
Okay.
Yeah. What size hook should I be using as well? It's probably on the large side.
I use a 16. So 16. So fishing double maggot. So what's that? An 18?
It's like 18.
It's a big 18. I'd use could
be 18 or 16.
It's like 16 to me. I'd use that. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Double maggot, because you just like that. Got a hook. Like that. And what we do is we're just going to put some shot on here. So have a little look. I'll put my glasses on because I'm getting old. I've got some of these, little stubbit things, look like stock things, yeah, like stocks. So, sort of, yeah, I've got different coloured ones in here. Right, so just got to drop the top kit down. So just put a couple in my fingers. Put them down before dropping everything like I normally do. I think it takes like 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1, 2 of them on there. Just have a little flick in the water, make sure it's okay. Okay, spot on. So what I do then, is with a little bit of magic comes in, we've got some styles somewhere. There's my styles. My styles, the old styles, remember them? Donkey's years old. And I'm going to put a style weight, pincers, in the box somewhere. Do you use your styles? Do you use styles?
No, I use stocks.
Never use styles? Never use styles?
No.
So have a look. See what styles are. Very.
Styles were your forerunners for your stots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all your floats, that's why they're all marked up at 4x16s and 4x14s.
So what I've got is I've put a number 8 style. There's the styles. There's enough left to open for you, so you'd have a little look. So I've put a number 8 style underneath. And what I do is I literally just try and slide the float down and push it inside. So there we go. It's just inside.
Inside the silicone.
Inside the silicone, right? What happens is, when I flick it out now, I'll show you this, the float will just start sitting low. When I've got some weight on it, it'll start sinking. And what you've got to do is then you just keep, it means you have to force yourself to keep lifting it all the time and dropping it.
Right.
And plus the fact it helps set the float quite quickly as well. So it's really, that's all you got is a hook, little bulk, and then that little bit there.
So would you use this for carp as well?
I'd use this for carp up in the water. I do it with a pellet.
Yeah.
So you can do a banded pellet,
Yeah.
you can do maggots, you can do anything. All that does though, just if you're pinging pellets and you've got a pellet on the hook, it means you've got to literally just keep lifting it so it looks like it's constantly falling through the water.
Yeah.
And with this sort of thing, they snatch it and they self-hook themselves. Ide, carp, roach. I do it for roach fishing as well. It means you're not just sitting there like going bored.
Yeah.
You mean you're sitting there like you're working all the time at it.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about. Literally, that one little teeny thing means it forces you to do something. And got a packet of styles. These are the Sensas ones. These are fine. I think I've got some from Anchor Tackle as well. You can probably see them a bit better. You know, styles here. I've even got some half styles.
What size have you put?
I've put a number 8 in there.
Okay.
A number 8 one.
So
And
could you use stots for that, or is it
you can,
a little bit too
the
fat?
problem is with the stots, they're a bit too fat to go inside the silicone. But the other little trick, you see that the fact on the float, even on an up in the water float, I've got a decent rubber there, and I've got a long length on the bottom.
Yeah.
Common mistake I see people do is like 3 little short bits.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, you want the longer bit on the end, because what you want is this little bit of this movement. So this just means that the rig doesn't flick over.
Yeah.
Stops your tangles.
Stops the tangles, everything. And just plus, you know, you put that little shot in there. It's great. It's an easy little thing. Simple.
That thing is, I do that on a stick float.
Well, that
in the river.
Hey, it's like this, you do it on a,
You forget all about it when you come on pole
you
fishing.
do it on a stick float,
Yeah.
and you overshot the stick float, wouldn't
Yeah.
you, to force
Sometimes,
yourself?
yeah.
It's exactly the same sort of thing. So
Yeah.
we'll give it a go in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go, sir.
Thank you.
So. First things first, hook's a bit small.
Yeah.
I think you'll change it anyway in a minute. Pull this through. Oops. There's the bottom. So what we've got a cane. Your float's fine. For what it is, probably a bit big for this, but we're okay for today. Right. see you've got a spread bulk at the moment, right? Which is fantastic. You know, it's not very deep. It's only about 3 foot deep, so we have to sort of close this up a bit. But the spread bulk's great. Spread bulk's brilliant for searching your peg. Yeah. Falling through, searching your peg. I think today we might struggle. I've got one made up as well. I think we both might struggle on this. I think we both might end up having the bulk down. Because I think we might be getting a few eyes on the way down otherwise, which is fine. I personally, I've always got a spread made up and a bulk made up just for searching your peg. This is brilliant for searching your peg. Yeah. I've got no problems with this shotting pattern on here. Okay. It's alright. It's pretty good. We like this. It's good.
Would you use a back shot as well?
Yeah. What I tend to do is bear me just 2 seconds. I'm just going to run over to my peg and grab a top kit. So what I've got in here is I've got a short line between the connector and the float. I've got 3 back shot on here. 3.
So why would you use 3?
So what I've got with 3 is because it means I'm holding the line tighter between the tip and the float. Yeah. And I can, if the float moves and goes, I've got water strike because the line's straight and it's tighter. Yeah. I've not got a bit of waffly. You've got the line's a bit floppy around. Yeah. It's that.
So would you these shot here? Yeah. I read something the other day on Angling Info actually.
Yes.
Would those shot form part of your shotting capacity of float, or are these extra
really,
to the capacity?
They're extra. So look, if I drop this one by my float down, it just dots my float right. My float's not disappearing. Yeah. So it forces me to hold it tighter. Right. So what I've got is I literally have it at the top, where the top of the float, one at the top of the float. Yeah. And then literally like I said, if I take this off, but it's just I've got to hold it. All the elastic inks are done everywhere. Not even putting any connection, not even putting any lubricant in it yet. So that just means I've got to hold it. If I let it go, like it's going to all flop down. You know, all the shot's going to flop down and sink the float. Yeah. So I've got to hold it tight. So as soon as I get a bite, it's better on the striking. Yeah. It's just, I just prefer back shot. I've always preferred back shot. Just that little bit more of a plus. Lubricants, pole lubricants. You've got this Vespray one. You have this one. This one's a bit weird, wobbly. I like this. I like this even more. Right. The reason I like this even more is because it's really cheap. Right. And what it is, it's I always put this other one in my pocket. Honestly, put it in my pocket. So this is hair conditioner and water. Okay. This is cheap stuff. I don't know where the wife gets it, but it's cheap. I don't know. So it's got. I've put I mix up 80% water, 20% hair conditioner. For you lot, Adam, we've got a name for it. We call it Kylie. Wouldn't you really? You would, wouldn't you? All over. Well, just a smut, right? So what this is, it's my little pole lubricant. Just a bit of this inside your pole, right? Doesn't cost much. Mix up all the time. Literally, it makes your elastic. Comes out, look, just nice and smooth. All the time, and it's cheap. Pole lubricant, turn out, helps you when you strike. Little strike, fish on, easy. It's cheap. Hair conditioner and water. All right, very cheap. Do you want some as well? Here then.
Thank you.
Right. Hello. Little trick. Right. So at Janson's, you've got to use. I'm sorry, Sean. You've got to use these pellets, you've got to use dynamite pellets, green pellets, a bit like makings where you have to use them there as well. So I've got some 1mm and some 3mm, okay? What we do here is I measure them out. Might be a silly thing to do, but just it's the things you learn. So I've got a pint bait box. Sorry, I've got the sense bit on the front, sorry dynamite. So I'm literally going to put a pint of 3mm, these 3mm ones, in a bucket. Right, I'm going to put half a pint of 1mm. And I'll tell you the reason why different pellets, it's different breakdown speeds when they're done. Right? And then what do you normally normally do with them like that? Do you just...
I usually keep them separate.
Do you
So I usually use micros in one pot,
Yeah.
I use 4 mils in another.
Okay, but what do you do when you always dampen them off? It's half a pint there?
Usually dampen them off.
Yeah, dampen them off.
If I'm fishing, say, pellet bag, I'm not spoiling it. So.
Okay, so put them in there like that together. So you've got two different types. So we've got two different types of pellet there. Right, I mix them around. What most people do is just put some water on and let them soak for a minute.
Yeah. I don't. I'm going to measure it.
No. I've got some of these smelly things. Have a sniff of that. That's alright, that one. So these are Starbait's squirts. These are designed for carp anglers. Okay. That's the Scope X. This is the krill. I'm with for that one.
Reminds me of something.
No, she's at home.
Grimsby.
Alright. So krill's a really fishy one. I'm gonna put a little bit of krill. Literally, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna pour a glug of this in here. Alright, and I'm gonna just literally so it's in there. I'm gonna stir my hand round. I'm gonna cover the pellets in it. So they've got like an oily thing, but it's a bit of smell. Alright? So this is where it gets a bit silly. So what most people just pour some water in now, wouldn't they? Soak them off a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. So I use hemp here as well with my micros as a mix. So I open the tin of hemp. Open that for us. I've got no nails. Yeah, but you did that. So a tin of hemp, tin of Sensas hemp, of course for me. I've got all this nice oily water in it. See that nice?
Yeah.
So what I tend to do is I literally put my hand over the end and I pour some of the oily water from the hemp, which is, if I remember correctly, in the old days we always used to save our hemp water, didn't we?
Yeah.
We used to fish on the rivers and that. And what I've done then is I've literally put the hemp water in, stir my pellets around, so they've got a nice smell to them. They're not going to go too soft. You can't use sloppy pellets at Janson's at all or anything sort of sloppy. It's got to be in pellet form. So this will take a couple of minutes. You're going to literally squeeze a ball after a couple of minutes. What I find, if they start going too far, I'll just put some more pellets in. Dry them off a bit more, just take a bit out. Normally put some more 1 mils in, a big handful of 1 mils. That'll do in there, alright? So what I've got then, if I've got that, then what I'll do is I've got a tin of hemp. I'm going to measure out about a pint, right? We've got a pint, and I'm going to take some of this water out of it, put it back in the tin. I don't want to go too far, right? So we've got a pint of hemp, it's about a pint and a half of mix in there, put that in there. Mix it around. And what this does is literally, I've got 1 mils, 3 mils and some hemp in it. It's a good base mix for on the bottom. So the fish come in, they're going to hit the pellets, but there's always hemp there. It's not going to move around to keep the fish there. It's quite a lot there. There's mine and yours there, I reckon. And that's all I'll do.
What we're going to do with this then? Cook it in.
We're going to put it in. We're going to cup a bit in at the start. Give it 5 minutes. We better squeeze it into a ball. So we better squeeze it into a ball, like so. We're going to feed a ball at the start like that. Yeah. And then literally just every time in our kinder pot, we've got a little bit in our kinder pots. We'll put it over the top.
Yeah.
If we start getting lots of line bites, then we'll put it in squeeze little balls in it, and then put that in our kinder pots. Your son's doing it already, by the way, and he's catching fish over there.
I can see him.
I can see he's catching fish. He's like, you know, putting me in trouble here.
He's smiling.
Yeah, it's really worrying. We're doing that, so that's what we do here. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to loose feed some maggots over the top of it, and then hopefully we'll catch a few wide up in the water as well.
Okay.
Just do that. Just when we sort of, not with this, we'll catch some skimmers.
Would you ever use hemp on the hook?
No. It's just the grub, but it's to keep it grubbing around. Okay. I know some people put worms and that with it, but do you know what? I'm tight. I can't bother with all that. This is new for me. It's a great little mix, you know. Hemp, micros, and
you ever put casters in it?
No, I'll loose feed. I've got some casters that are from the other day. They're a bit smelly, but they're okay. I'll loose feed them over the top, or the maggots. Just making, all it is making a bit of noise. And this is our stuff that we're going to put in at the start.
Okay.
It's a great little combo. I know a lot of carp anglers, big carp anglers use this sort of thing, so carp's a carp and fish is a fish as far as I'm concerned, so this is it. Right, I'll sort some of this out. Not enough?
Yeah,
good.
Thank you.
I better do some more. Hi up. Just a little thing, right? And I know it's getting warm now, and it's about keep nets, okay? Two things. First thing, keep nets. A lot of commercial fisheries, I see people make a lot of mistakes. They get their nets, you know, they've laid them out on the bank for the time, and they've got to put them in 15 minutes before the start of the matches or pleasure fishing. They get the nets, and they literally just get them and they just go, bro, right? That's wrecked the whole of your margin line, okay? So here at Janson's, they've got these nice concrete platforms with some holes in. The tip is to get your net, your bank stick, get hold of the end of your net, and walk over and literally just like, you just literally put it in the edge and just drop it in gently. Drop it in gently and let nature take its course. Let the net get wet, and after a couple of minutes, and you can sort of move it out. I'm not disturbing the inside. I'm not disturbing the people around me by doing it. I'm just going to do this nice and gently. All again, look. I'm literally in, drop it in the edge. Done. After a couple of minutes, I get my landing net handle, put it inside my net. I don't push it out, I just push it down so it goes down, so you can feel it on the bottom. That's done. It's nice and clean into the bank. Done. So what happened is it's just sorted. It's just easy, you know, just easy peasy. And the thing is, once you finish your fishing, right, you fish, you wade in, everything else, take your nets, you go home. When you get home, you unload your car. While you're unloading your car, take your nets out of the net bag, right, give your net bag a wash out, and lay your nets out on the driveway, on the lawn, put them over the washing line, just to get some sunlight to them. Kill any diseases at all, anything. Because it's in your benefit that you look after your fishing. You know, it's down to you. You're the front line of it. You're just the end of it. If we go somewhere and they put disease in the fishery's finished. So it's down to you to sort it out. All right?
Okay, I'm just plumbing up, and Stu's just been giving me a few tips. So I've got one of my heavy plummets on. I'm just going to ground back, so I'm going to fish. It's just there. Just going to move it to one side, gently drop it in. Feel around the peg. Feel to see any holes. And just where I'm fishing, it's just a nice little hole. I'm just feeling very silty the bottom. So I'm just plumbing up to the bottom of my float body. And a little tip handy that Stu's just showed me, that rather than use my sort of plummets like that, standard general ones, showed me some ones like that which are more suited to silty bottoms, like canals and silty ponds, just to show the difference. Just going to put that one on, just try again. Out to the same place, lower it gently in, and already it looks like I'm now about an inch over depth. So the plummet's just sitting on the very bottom, and about an inch over depth. So I'm just going to put a lighter plummet on still. Same style but lighter plummet again, for the silty bottom. Out to the same place again. Plumb up in the little hole that I found. And again let's come up probably 3/4 of an inch over depth from what this heavier plummet is. Plummet I'll be using to find dead depth. Plumb up just to the bottom of the float.
Right, we're back with angling info at Janson's Fishery on the A42 between Nottingham and Grantham.
A52.
A52, as Stu's just said. Stu's in again. Catching a lot of skimmers now.
I know, but it's my.
There we go, another one in the net. Now it's not been prolific this morning, has it, with the weather, Stu?
No.
We had a real bad frost.
Yeah.
You're really having to ring the changes. Do you want to talk us through some of the things you've done today so far?
Okay. So some of the things I've done today, I've had 2 cups of tea. I've had an egg and bacon roll. They were so far the enjoyments. Right, now a sensible thing is I've got 2 rigs. I've got a bulk rig and a spread rig. Yeah, and I can't catch on the bulk rig. I just can't catch on this bulk rig today. I was thinking I would. I'm catching skimmers now. Just want to catch a few, and then I'm having to literally. I get a few bites. If I miss a few bites, I just have to move the depth by like a quarter of an inch or so. I have to move it up and down all the time. Really have to sort of just keep moving it around. I'm feeding with pellet mix. I'm feeding it quite loose. I'm having to stab. What I do is I put it in the pot. I'll show you. So I put some skimmer mix. Turn my pot over, put it in my hands, so it's like that. And what I'm having to do is I'm having to sort of stab it in the water, so it cleans it all off. Sort of cleans it all off like that. And then I've just got the little holes in the bottom of the pot, which means the water can go into it. When I go out, I turn it over, and literally as I turn it over, it comes out in one. And I get a little cloud from these pellets, these swim steam pellets we're using, and then I sort of lay the rig into it, and I get a bite. I've had a few, just started to catch a few skimmers. It's started to warm up now, and I think this is the difference. Richie the competition when they started getting a few skimmers as well, similar sort of thing. You have to keep sort of lifting your float and dropping it. It ain't easy. It's not like, you know, we're not going in and getting one a chuck. We're having to work for it, and I think that's the most important. If you work for it, you get the rewards. If you just sit there going, you're not going to get anything. You've got to just keep.
Got to make it happen, haven't you?
You've got to move things around, and you've got to move your shots around, and you have to replumb and make another line. And you've got to just keep plodding away and persevering. And that's all it's about, really. And so I just can't catch on the bit. I'm not caught up in the water yet either. I think it's not warm enough yet. I need to a little bit warmer to catch a few more fish up in the water.
I think if we can just touch lightly on your elastics. Now I notice you're a fan of light elastics, the same as myself, and that's a latex you're using, isn't it?
It's a latex. This is a number 10. It's quite a good elastic. It's got a bit of stretch in it. Got loads of lubricant with it as well. I love solid elastics. I just think just cover all the bases, especially in the summer, in the warmer months where you're catching plenty of fish and you're changing elastics regularly. It's important for you, if you're catching plenty of fish, change your elastics regularly, because once you've caught a lot of fish, they stretch out and there's no stretch in them. The little weird is there's no stretch factor, right? You know, the stretch factor. There's none of that in there, and you just want to keep changing it. And use this. Let me find a spool in my bag. I've got a little box of bits in my bag behind me. Give me a second. Yeah, look. Richie's got another one now. You're just working at it, isn't it, Rich?
There we go. Another one in the net. Convert around to Stu. His bag of tricks.
So I use this.
Use the same one as me. That's the silly tastic, isn't it?
Use the Sensas elastics. I think we should get 7 metres on a spool, right? It's about £4 a spool. You get 7 metres, so you get enough for like 2, even 3 top kits with side pullers on them.
Yeah.
It's just better value for money. If you buy a spool of hollow is £10–12. You get enough for like 1, maybe 2 at a push top kits. Okay, it's great stuff. It's brilliant. In the summer, in the summer, when you get a carp in the summer, you just got to stop and it stops. The elastic bottoms out. The carp goes, oh, I come back and I'll net you. In the hollow, it just goes, yeah, and just keeps going. You spend more time playing fish on the hollows than you do the solids. And sorry, but you know, a lot of you lads, you know, this money's tight for a lot of people, you know, even for me. It's just solid, just first solid, it's just a stretch factor, just get your fishing quicker. That's all it is. I want to talk to you about hooks as well, right? These are the...
Just going to zoom in on these for you if you want to hold
them.
them.
To you actually. Yeah, look. These are the new Sensas hooks, the new barbless range. Okay. I've had a bit of a hand in these ones, right?
Yeah,
I'm designing these. The French are brilliant. They've come up. The thing is, some of the sizes are quite big, so you can be a bit careful. Like some of the patterns in the UK are very big. But
yeah.
you just want a decent, get some hooks that you're happy with. Whatever company you go for, whatever make a hook, you just get a pattern you're happy with and stick with them. Don't keep swapping around, changing patterns. It's not the once you get a pattern. So I'm watching people catching fish. But once you get a pattern you're happy with, stick with them. And that's it. Just
stop overcomplicating things.
You can get plenty of turns on a spade end. Or an eyed hook for a pellet. For me, I use eyes for banding pellets. As long as you get plenty of turns on it and it stays on all the time and works for you, don't change it, lads. Just stick with what you know. It's Janson Fishery, Guru, Preston, whatever. Just stick with what you're happy with. Lines. You know, lines are easy to use.
That's a Sensas feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Power Classic. I've got the feeling as well in there somewhere, I think, or someone's pinched it. Just get to a line, whatever brand of line you're happy with, and stick to it. And don't go too heavy on them. I use 014 and 012 hook lengths today on here. And that's, in the summer I just use 014 straight through. Just no weeks. You just stick to something you're happy with, and don't go too. If you go too heavy, you rule out what you catch sometimes. You just stop yourself catching fish. Lighter lines better, plenty of stretch in them. Just stick to your trusted brands. Floats. Andy's favourite subject is floats. Same thing with floats. What's I've got? Sensas floats. I've got some of Andy's floats. I've everywhere, just same thing. Get a brand you're happy with. And work at them and
a pattern, more importantly, a pattern.
It's a pattern of float you're happy with. It does the jobs that you want it to do. People might say it's the wrong pattern to use on that, but if it works for you, stick. But tell you what though, one great little tip: don't just buy one or two, buy 4 at least, right? Because then you can literally have, you know, doubled up on your winders, the rigs, right? Doubled up rigs. So literally, if you trash one, put it down, get another one out, straight back out catching fish. Don't spend time untangling them. Take it off, get another one on, catch some fish. And that's what it's about. If you spend time untangling them sometimes, you lose.
Especially in a match, obviously.
Match.
Time is money.
It's not a case of that. Even if you pleasure fishing sometimes, you don't want to sit there like this, twiddling away, and you're like, if there's fish there to be caught, guess what? You want to catch fish, that's what we're going fishing for. So, it's alright, it's just stick at it, you know.
Now then, how you getting on, Rich? You enjoying yourself so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Fishing's a bit hard. It is down to the weather. So we're fishing on the bottom, picking up the odd eye, started catching skimmers.
Are you learning though? That's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm learning bits and bobs. Just listening to him and learning stuff. My lad started catching shallow, so I'm just trying shallow ridge, which I've found off the Stu.
Let's have a see if we can get in on that. Zoom in. There we go. Little black pimple there.
It's like one of Andy's floats that he's broke the top off actually. I've not been getting the fish swirling round here. Just round the corner they are swirling. It's been hard work. So just hoping the warm weather brings them a bit higher up.
Richie Hall next to me, so got a proper beast on now. We've got one as well now, all I've got as well. Hello. Gently, I guess what, it's a skimmer. So I got one of them. And number C. Oh, and we're off again. So it's another skimmer. Yeah, another skimmer for me. One of them days, just catching skimmers really. I don't mind. A fish is a fish. What I'm going to do though is I'm just going to... What I'm doing is shallow off, so what I tend to do is to sort of get the line and just bend it back a little bit, and so it's stable and I can just see how much I've moved it. So I've moved it about a quarter of an inch there, moving back shot back down a bit, so 3 back shot, so same again, so put more food, so pellets in my hand, put the pot, just push it down, done. Alright, seal it, glasses again, right, well, hey, got a jumper. Got a woolly jumper as we call it, or in our other way, it's a marline. I think it's a marline, but it's not a marline, it's a skimmer. It's a flying skimmer. We don't mind them, anything's better than the thing. It's actually fruit. Hiya, so angling info, and today's winner, Rich Hall from the 4,000 members site, and his son Rick. He's well checked in this. We've had a few silvers today, as you can probably tell. We've probably got about 50, 60 £60. Rich, you've done absolutely well done, mate. I'll tell you, this is. I understand this little bugger is yours, or this barbel. You've got barbel, you've got big-eyed. Look at the size of his eyes. They're ginormous. Right. Well done, boys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, look, I can't even lift it. We have to 2 of us to lift it up. Right, let's get them back. And we'll place up, so we'll see. You're going to give me a hand. Ready? We're going to go down to the next peg and we're going to go so. 1, 2, 3. We're not
It's been an excellent day. Learnt a lot from Stu about fishing on the deck using pellet mix, some micros, 4 mils, and some hemp. A few of his magic additives seem to bring the fish on. We mix it a bit softer, and it seemed to bring the barbel round as well late on. So I ended up with 3 carp, about 4 or 5 barbel, loads and loads of hide and skimmers. Brilliant day. So thank you to Angling Info. Thank you to Stu Redman.
Mr Eccles said give him a thumbs up. Thank you very much to our star angler, thank you very much to our competition winner and his son.
I really
need you.
And the only thing that remains is for us thumbs up and tight lines to the viewers.
Yay!
Cheers, lad.